Welcome to part 3 of our landing page project. My name is Will Brooks, and my mission is to make coding fun and easy to learn. Today is going to be so much fun. We will learn how to set up from the beginning and start using Font Awesome. We will also learn how to embed a YouTube video in our project. We will add a hyperlink from our header to this section called Features, and we'll use Display Flex to center our text horizontally and vertically. Okay, so let's jump right in. So before we add that, I want to get rid of this border. Let's just get rid of that border there. We don't need that. Let's go back to index.html and then let us add a two returns, and then let's comment out again. And this time we're going to call this features. And there are 3 sections in features. And double space again. So we're going to start with section. So this section is going to go all the way from the top, from here all the way to the bottom. It's going to encompass features on the right here, demo, and front end stack. So that's just going to keep going. And then next we're going to have the H2. And in that we are going to have our features. And that's where the link is going to be. But we're not going to do the link yet. But you'll see in a second how that link is going to work. And then we're going to create a div. Let me just bring this up a little bit. We're going to create a div, and that div is going to encompass the rest of what's in this group here. Let's do another div, and in this div is going to be our Font Awesome. We're going to add a Font Awesome here, but we're going to do that in a second, so I'm just going to leave that blank right there. And then inside that, let's go to another div, and here, and that space here, it's looking a little complicated, but we're going to have H2. And then we're also going to have a P tag. So let's take a look at this. So the section is going to go all the way down until we get to the footer, basically. And then features, it's just going to be one off by itself. And then we're going to be copying this the next couple times because we're going to have 3 different features. So we have the div that goes from here to here, and inside there we're going to have the Font Awesome, which is going to be in here, and then we're going to have the H2 title and then another P tag right here. So let's fill that in now. So we already have our features here, so let's go to our H2, and right there we're going to add free videos. And then in our P tag we're going to add watch hundreds of video tutorials on coding. Okay, and that's it. Watch hundreds of video tutorials on coding. And that's all we need to do there. So the next thing we need to do is go and find out how to get Font Awesome in here. So now let's set up Font Awesome. So we're going to need to go to a browser. I'm going to go to Google Chrome right here, set a new tab, and let's just increase the size here, and I'm going to type in Font Awesome. And there's Font Awesome. Great. And it's right here. Let's take the hassle out of your icons. We're going to click on here, Start for Free. And it's all free. So put in your email address. And then send kit. Okay, check your email. We just sent a link there. So I'm going to go to my email and check it right now. Okay, I'm in my email now, and I'm going to click confirm right here. Click to confirm your email address right now. That takes me to this page. It says, let's finish setting up, and I'm going to put my password in and then confirm my password and then set it and continue. I'll do that right now. Okay, now we get to this section. What's your name? You can put that in there. I'm just going to skip it. No thanks. Let's skip this step for now to continue. So let's go to the next step. So all you have to do is right on the right side, copy your kit. I'm going to X out of here. And then we're going to put that into our HTML, and I'll show you how to do that. You now go back to your index.html, and in the head section at the top here, we're going to add it right under the link. I'm going to put it right under the link to my CSS, okay? And that's the title and then the link. I'm going to hit a space, and then I'm just going to hit Command V for paste. And there it is. So it's in there. That's where you want to put it. You want to put it in your head. Okay, so now that it's there, now I can add the Font Awesome icons, and I'm going to do that right now. We'll show you how to do that. Let's go back to Font Awesome. Let's go to Chrome here, and I'm just going to open this up, and let's go grab some fonts, or some icons rather. Font Awesome. And then let's click on here, Font Awesome. And then right at the top here, it says icons. We're going to click up there. And the first one I want is a video icon. Looks like a video. Let's see what comes up. Video icon. There we go. So, and then over here, you want to click on free because you only want to have the free ones show. And then I want this one right here, video. So click on that. And then all you do is start using this icon, copy the snippet right there. Copied, it says. And then I'm going to go back to the right here into HTML. So I just made a copy of it. And I'm going to go into free videos. Remember I said right here under the div, I'm going to space there and I'm going to hit that right there. And then you can see on the right side in the browser, it shows up. It's very small, but it's there. Now you can increase that. So I'm going to hit a space in here and I'm going to do FA-3X. That makes it 3 times the size. There you go. You see how it's bigger on the right side now in the browser? You can do 9X. And it's huge. See that right there? That's our font icon. Our Font Awesome icon. But I'm going to do 3X. And there we go. Okay, so we added our Font Awesome icon to our HTML. Now we can style that as well, and I'll show you that in a second. But we're almost there. We're almost going to add CSS to this. Now to make this easier, we're going to, because we have 2 more sections just like this under features. So we're going to go up here right under H2, and we're going to copy this div and down to this div. So we're going to copy that. I'm going to hit Command C here on my Mac. And we're going to do that twice. And then let's paste one there and then return and paste one there. So we have 3 now, 3 sections. So the only thing we have to do, we have to just change the wording there because it's not going to be free videos. So the next one is going to be stay home. And of course we have to change the Font Awesome icon also. So stay home. And then that one is going to say stay home, learn from the comfort of your home at any time. So let's change this here. And learn from the comfort of your home at any time. Good, we'll put a little period there, and I'm going to put a period up here too, keep it simple. And then the last one is going to be, it's not free videos, it's going to be, let's see what we have here, ask us. Ask us. And then let's delete this here. And then, what would you like to learn? What would you like to learn? Question mark. And then, ask, and we may be able to create a video on the topic. Ask, and we may be able to create a video on the topic. Great. So now we have all our HTML in there, and the only thing left to do is we have to actually grab the font. So we want to get a font for Stay Home. So let's go back to Font Awesome, and I'm going to first just delete this here because we don't need this one, the second one here. I'm going to delete this. So we're just going to keep the div in there. That's gone. That should delete that. And then we're going to delete the second one as well from the I tag here all the way to here. Okay, good. So now let's go back to Font Awesome and let's grab us a Stay Home. And let's go out of here. And then let's put, I am going to type in home. Great. And then house user, I like the house user. I want somebody in the house because we're staying at home. So we're going to click on that. And then we're going to again click here, copy snippet of code. It's copied. It's that simple. And we're going to go back and minimize this. And then we're going to go stay home, and we're going to put right here between the 2 divs. And then I'm going to hit right like that. And then boom, we got stay home. And then of course we want to put after the front, we're going to do space FA-3X. And then that'll make that great. And then the last one is we want a question mark. So let's go back to Font Awesome and find us a question mark that we want to use. So let's go back here and put question. And then we have 2. So let's use this one here. I like this one. And then let's copy that and go back to the landing page, minimize this. It's that simple. And go to the 3rd one here and right between the 2 divs there, and then hit Command V to paste it in there. And then we have the question mark, and then just make that hit a space here, and then FA-3X. And that's bigger, and that's exactly what we want. Great. So now we have everything done. What we're going to do next is we're going to style the first one here, the free videos, and then we're going to add the same classes to here. It'll be really simple to do the second and third one. So let's go to CSS. Okay, first, before we go to CSS, we have to link this features to down here. So we have to go into our H2 features, and we're going to an ID. That's the way to do it. ID, then equals, and then features. That's it. And that will link it up. So when we click on this, it'll go right down to here. Okay, so that's features right there. And then we want to add a class to our div right here. And remember, this div has everything. It's got the icon, and it's got the H2, and it's got the p tag. So we're going to add a div here. We're going to call this group. So we're going to call it class group. There. Okay, so we got class group right there. Now let's go to CSS, and in CSS we are going to style this. Let's first comment out in here, and we're going to call this features. That way we keep track of everything we do. It's not going to show up on our site, on the browser on the right. And then let's do .group group that we just added that class to on the div. So that div encompasses the icon and the free videos, and it's the icon is one group, and then free videos and watch 100s is the second group. So we're gonna do display flex, and what that's gonna do is that's going to take the bottom group and move it to the right. So we're gonna do flex, move it horizontally to the right. And you can see right there, free videos, watch it move to the right. And that's what we want to do. And that's all we're going to do for the group. Okay, next we're going to go back to HTML. Now I want to style the container, the icon here. We want to style that. And we're going to go up here and into that div that's holding that. We're going to do space class. We're going to create a class there. And we're going to call it features underscore icon. Features underscore icon. Okay, so now let's go to style.css, and let's put in dot features underscore icon. And the first thing in curly brackets I want to do is I want to put a border around here so you can see what is happening. I like to put borders because it's easy to see what's happening. And we're going to get rid of this afterward again. So there, can you see that right there? That's what we're working on right there in that video icon. Okay, and let's go back. And now we're going to do display flex. Okay, display flex on this one. And then usually I don't do it in this order, but I want you to see what's going to happen. I usually would do center that, justify content, and align items, but I'm going to add height next. So we're going to increase the height here to 125 pixels. And let's see what happens there. See that? See how it grew to 125 pixels? And then we're going to do width. And the width is going to be 20 VW, which is viewport width. And see, it's 20% of the viewport width. So if I open this up, it's going to be increased because that's 20% of the viewport width. Okay, so now that we have that, now I want to show you again with using display flex. It's fantastic what it can do. It's so easy to center vertically and horizontally. So first, let's center it horizontally. Let's move this right in the middle of this box. So we do that with justify content. Okay, and then we're going to do center. So watch that. Let's see. Watch the icon there, the video icon. And boom, it goes right in the middle of that box. Now we want to bring this down so it's right in the middle here. So to do that, you're going to do align items, and then we're going to do center, and that's going to do a vertical. There we go. It's right in the middle of the vertical centering right there. So it's perfect. So display flex works well with justify content center and align item center. That will center whatever you're trying to center in there. And the last thing we want to do is we're going to add a, well, actually, we're going to change that color to blue. I want to make that icon blue because we have a little bit of a blue theme going here. And there, it changed to blue. So let's open this up. So now that's looking pretty good, right? We have the icon there. Let's get rid of the border. We don't need the border anymore. and take away the border. Great, so that's where we want the icon. Now we want to kind of style the H2 and the P tags right here, and let's do that next. Okay, now that I'm looking at this, I do want to make some separation there between the button and features, and I want to pull this away from the left margin. So let's go into style.css and go all the way back up to where features is. And I'm going to put, since we have ID, if it's an ID, we're going to have to use a hashtag features. If it's a class, you use a dot. So we're going to do hashtag features, and I'm going to do this comma, and I'm going to do this for the demo and for the front end stack as well. So we're going to do hashtag demo, comma, and then hashtag front end, and then hyphen stack, because that's the way it was. And then now we're good. So now we can do a curly bracket and then space, and then what I'm just going to do is add margin here, margin, and we're going to do 50 pixels from the top here, 50 pixels. Okay, and then see how that pushed down the features down here. We're going to do 0. We don't need to put px there. Then we'll do 20 pixels from the bottom. So to push that down a little bit, there we go, 20 pixels. And then we're going to do 10 pixels from the left side. And there we go. So we got 10 pixels here, 50 pixels at the top, 0 pixels on the right, 20 pixels underneath here, and 20 pixels here, and then 10 pixels here. So that looks a lot better, I think. And now it's time to go into our index.html and to style the H2 and the P tag. So we're going to go into our div here right above the H2, and we're going to add a class. And let's just call that again features. And then features underscore, and we'll just say H2 underscore P. That's what we'll call it, H2 underscore P. And let's go to our style, and let's go all the way down here. So let's add dot features underscore H2 underscore P, and then let's do a curly bracket. So the first thing we're going to do is display flex. Now, oh, I know what. I want to do a border, so you know what we're doing. Border, so it's clearer, I guess. And let's do solid, and then red. Okay, so now you can see we're working right here in the H2 and the P section, and it's right together in that div. So let's do display flex, and that's going to move it side by side like that. And now we're going to change the direction. We're going to do flex direction column. So let's swing it back around again. And then now we can style it better. So we're going to do justify content. Now, usually when you do justify content, it centers it horizontally. But this time, since it's reversed, because it's flex direction column, it's going to center it horizontally. So we're going to do center. And it's going to come down. See how it centers it vertically right there? Great. And then we want to do a height, just like we did with the other one with the icon, height of 125 pixels. And then we want to do a width, similar to what we did with the icon, of 80, instead not 20, but 80 VW viewport width. And that'll take us to that side. So we got 20 and 80 there. And then we want to just create a little bit of padding. We want a little bit of padding here. And we'll do 5 pixels on the padding. So 5 pixels. And you can see how it pushed away right there. So 5 pixels. So that's all we need to do. And let's get rid of that border now. And see how it looks. Great. So that looks much, much better. And let's open it up. So what we're going to do is we're going to add those same classes to Stay Home and Ask Us. And that's going to change it instantly. So we need to go to 3 different places, and we'll start with the H2 right. We'll start with the div right here, class equals group. Let's copy that into 2 different. So let's copy that, and let's put that down here into one right there, and then one right here. Okay, good. So next, let's go to class equals features underscore icon, and that goes right. Let's copy that to our next one here into the div right there, and then one more in the div right here. And then the last one is that H2 div, H2 and P div. And let's go back up here, and it says right here, class features underscore H2 underscore P. Let's copy that. Let's bring that down to this div here, right above stay at home, copy that. And then right above ask us, and let's hit copy that. And there we go. And it's that easy. That's why classes are so wonderful. You do it once, and then you can copy it and paste it and change it easily. So let's take a look. Now that's starting to look pretty good. Okay, so features is done. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to add a video from YouTube into here, and I'll show you how to do that. Well, I just realized that on my container, I never moved that. I actually put the section after that div. So remember, when we had the container, we wanted it to go center in the middle, 1000 pixels. So go back up into your container. That's why it's easy to see when you comment it out. And then click on that end div right there, that end tag. And then let's just copy and paste that, or rather, I am going to copy that, but get rid of it there and put it all the way at the end. So we're going to put it right above the body. So go to the last section at the bottom, and then hit return, and then hit paste right there. So I'm going to show you what that's going to do, because we are going to highlight that in red. So once again, copy that end tag for the div and put it right above the body here. Now let's go to style, and let's go to container, and where it says container, and let's see, right there, container. And then let's put a border around that. And let's see, 3 pixels, solid, and then red. Okay, and then let's open this up here. And you can see it centers it in the middle. Before it was off to the left. And that's what I wanted. So just make sure you change that end tag div just above the body tag at the bottom. And now we're set there. So now we can add our video. All right, so I'm excited. We're going to embed a video. But first, let's just get rid of this border here. We don't need that anymore. Hit save there. Good. So let's go back to index.html. Embedding a video is really easy. So let's go to HTML, and let's go to just above our section here, and I'm going to do 2 spaces. Remember, we're going to comment out again, and we're going to just call this demo. And then we're going to hit 2 more spaces, and then let's create another section here. And this is going to cover the whole thing, this section. And then we're going to do another H2 because we need to put the title there. And this one is going to be called a demo because it's our second one here. And then the next thing we're going to do is create a div that's going to go around our embedded YouTube video. So let's get a div here. And then inside the div is where we're going to copy and paste our embedded video. Okay, so let us go to YouTube. I'll show you how to do that. We're going to go to YouTube right here. And I'm going to open this up. And it's simple. I'm going to actually embed one of my videos. So I'm going to go to my YouTube channel. And let's see, YouTube Studio. And content. And scroll down. I want to go to this one right here. Okay, this is my box model. So I'm going to click on here. And I mentioned at the beginning that if you're not sure, remember at the beginning we had the universal selector. If you're not sure what the box model is, or box sizing, border box, I recommend watching this video. So, but for this time, let's go right down here where it says share and click on share. And then that'll pull you up to where it says embed. Just click on embed. And then all you have to do is click on copy right here. Click on copy, and that's it. That copies it. And now we're just going to have to paste it. So let's come out of here. And let's go out of YouTube. And then let's go to right in between our div here. I'm going to put the cursor, and then I'm just going to hit paste. And there's our video right there. And if we go down, and the video is right there. It's simple as that. It's very easy. So just click on the share button and then embed. And it already has the width and the height, and you can adjust that if you want. That's why we have the div there. Okay, so the next thing we want to do is, remember, we want to make a link from the header to here, so to the H2. So we're going to put a space here, and we're going to do ID equals, and we're going to call it demo. So we have that link. Great. And then now all we're going to do is style this just a little bit, because the way it looks right now, let's open this up. It doesn't look so good. I want this to be centered in the middle more. So, and I want this to be pulled down from the demo here a bit. But remember what we did with the features and demo, we put that on the same class. So that's already styled on the same ID. So that's styled already. So let's go and add CSS to our embedded video. So the only thing we're going to do, we're just going to center that video there. So let's add a class to the div right above the iframe, right above where we embedded the video. And we're going to call that class iframe. Okay, it's going to be really simple. Let's go to style, let's go to CSS. And of course, let's comment out and let's put demo here. Okay, keep our sections in order. And then let's do dot iframe space curly brackets. And then we're just going to do, again, display flex. And we want to center it, so it's going to be justify content and then center. And that's all we're going to do. And that centers it right there. So let's take a look. Let's open it here, and there we go. We centered our video, and that's it. So remember, before I mentioned we already did the features and demo there. I'll show you where we already styled that. If we go back up here, we did the features, demo, and front end stacks where we have a margin there. So we don't have to worry about that. The only thing we have to do is the iframe. So the next thing is our front end stack. It's the third and last one of our sections. So let's go to it. And that will be in the part 4 video that you see on the screen. If this has been helpful, please support this channel by giving it a like and subscribe. And we will see you in the next video. Happy coding, my friends!